So let's see how we get on. This is my fastest 5k in zone 2. Let's go. As many of you will know, I'm an ultra runner. I like to run the long distances, anything up to 100 miles plus. And to do that, you need to be able to have a really good endurance system that allows you to keep going at a steady pace for a long period of time. So over the majority of this year, I've been running using the 80-20 method, where 80% of my weekly runs is done at a very nice, easy zone 2 conversational pace. And then where I've been able to, I've added in some speed sessions for the remaining 20%. So this method, combined with some of my long runs and races, has meant that I've been able to put into place the training and see the benefits of this zone 2 conversational steady run pace. So my overall goal with this method is to be able to increase the pace that I can run whilst keeping my heart rate low during these ultra distances. So today I wanted to test that. So I'm going for a 5k run to see how fast I can run 5 kilometers while staying in zone 2 and keep that heart rate just at the limit. And for me, that's 133 beats per minute. So I'm half a mile in now, and my heart rate has sort of steadied out at 128. Now I know as I'm talking it's going to increase, because that requires energy. What I'm interested in is how my pace decreases as my heart rate increases over time. Obviously, if I'm running at the limit of zone 2, eventually it's going to start wanting to tick over that threshold. And that means I'm going to have to lower my pace. And overall, the long-term goal is to be able to sustain a particular pace in zone 2 for a longer and longer duration. So this is kind of a baseline setting to see if I can keep it around that zone, and then overall what the average pace is at the end of this 5k. Just over 2 miles in now, my heart rate's up to 130. It's creeping up already. Got to keep an eye on it. And I guess the mental rule to myself is if it ticks over 133, I'll just drop the pace until it comes back below that threshold. And there we have it. That's 5k done, and that took 26 minutes 32 seconds. Average pace around 8:34. Personally, I don't think it went that smoothly. My heart rate was fluctuating all over the place, and I was slowing down, speeding up. Just felt weird disciplining myself, but so like this challenge, you need more than one baseline to base any data off, so I'll be giving it another go as well. Okay, so it's 4 miles to Sharpness, near where I live. Nice and flat canal path. Time to give it another go. See if I can be a bit more consistent this time. So on this attempt, I'm going to do a lot less talking, focus a bit more on my breathing, keeping that under control, and I'll check in every half mile with my heart rate and my pace. So let's go see how this goes. Enjoy the views. Okay, half a mile in now. Average pace is 8:28 per mile. And the heart rate is 129 beats per minute. A mile in now, average pace 8:25, heart rate up to 130. The breathing is helping. One and a half miles in, 131 beats per minute. 8 minutes 27 pace. Just past the 2 mile mark, and average pace is 8 minutes 33, heart rate 131. So my average pace is slowing as I keep that heart rate consistent. Two and a half miles in, heart rate 132, average pace 8 minutes 33 per mile. Okay, near the end now, 3 miles gone, 129 heart rate, 8:32 pace. Last few meters to go, and there we go, 5k done. 26 minutes 27 seconds, average pace in the end 8 minutes 32 overall. That's a baseline to start with anyway. Now I must confess, I've done 2 5Ks now this morning with roughly 15-minute break in between, and last night I was up late. We were at friends for dinner, and I did have a number of beers, and I'm wondering if that contributes to that effort. So over the next few days I'll just be back to my normal routine, drink plenty of water, eat properly, sleep well, and I'm going to give it another go. And I'm kind of convinced that it's going to be a better result. So I'll add that on to the end of this, and I'll take you through it when we get there. Good morning, you join me on a beautiful Saturday morning, and this is my attempt at running my fastest 5k in zone 2. And for me, that's going up to the limit of 133 beats per minute. So let's see how it goes and see if I can put in a decent time. Let's go. So just past half a mile, 8 minute 12 average pace, 125 beats per minute. Got to control the breathing. That's 1 mile up. Average pace 7 minutes 59, heartbeat 127. Mile and a half done now, average pace 7:57, heart rate 130. It's creeping up, but what doesn't help is talking and running and going up a slight incline. So I'm going to rest my voice and get it done. 2 miles done now. Average pace has dropped to 8 minutes 4. It really spiked after I spoke last at that half mile point. And average heart rate is 130. Talking really has an effect on your heart rate, even at a slow pace. There we go, 2.5 miles, 8 minutes 4 average pace, and heart rate is 131, but it's fluctuating a lot between 128, 136. So I'm having to speed up and slow down to try and keep it in the zone 2 limit. Three miles, pace is 8 minutes 6, and heartbeat is 132. There we go. There we have it, 5k, 25 minutes 15 seconds. Average pace of 8 minutes 6. Yeah, and that was my best 5k so far out of the 3. Mainly down to sleeping properly, not drinking alcohol the night before, drinking some water this morning, taking my time with my breathing. So of those 25 minutes it took me to run that 5k, just over 20 minutes of that was in zone 2, which was the plan, and nearly 5 minutes was in zone 3, where it kept spiking over. So I think that needs to come down a bit, but it just shows how difficult it is to run at the same pace but keeping your heart rate within a specific zone. So even though you think you're running at a nice easy pace, your heart rate's going up and you're using more energy and that's what gives you the fatigue later on in a long race. So there we go. 5k doesn't always have to be your fastest, hardest effort. If you use heart rate zones, or even if you don't, it's a really fun little challenge to work on with regards to discipline and control, and make sure you maintain an average pace and heart rate over that distance. If you've got the functionality on your watch, use that to track it. And I know there's debate between the reliability of your watch heart rate and a heart strap, but it's only a bit of fun. So give it a go. Let me know down in the comments what your fastest 5k time is in zone 2. Let me know what your zone 2 bracket is, and yeah, I'm sure this can be extended to 10k and half marathon, marathon and ultra distance, and of course I'll probably be trying that. See you in the next one.